Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie with Prairie Paper Crafts, coming on today to share with you just a quick project share. And if you want to stick around and see how I do the paper piece for this little elf, be sure to stay and watch for that at the end. I'm going to be sharing here, I've got what I know I have for information is this little elf guy. He is from Treasure Box Designs. I'm going to hold it crooked so you don't get so much glare. It's Elf Boy. And this is just a little Christmas project that I put together. I had seen a gift box very similar to this from Carol Herlock, Carol's Craft Cottage channel. She used a die for the gift box, and she has a link for that. I'm going to try to remember to find the link to that video so I can share it with you. And it's a cute little die. Unfortunately, when I went to look it up, I couldn't quite justify for myself the price of the die, just for personal reasons. It's no big deal. So I ended up going, and I'm pretty sure I got this off of Lori Whitlock SVGs. I will leave the information for this gift box in the description box below. Anyway, I ended up getting that for like, I don't know, $2.99 or something, and I cut it with my Cricut. Now I cut it just a tiny bit bigger so I could get it the size I wanted. I think if you rotated it so it was like this way on a 12 by 12 piece of paper, you could make it even a little bit bigger. That's the one thing. And one of these times I'm going to get some time. I'm going to try to sit down and do some slicing and some designing to see if I could use maybe two pieces of paper and make it even a little bit bigger if I wanted to. I haven't tried that. There's several patterns I want to try that with, and I just, I get busy with other things. So anyway, back to my treat box. This bow is cut from the 3D bow from Little Scraps of Heaven Designs. There are two bows. One is this part here is wider, and I'm pretty sure I used a narrow one of the two. I kind of get confused. Now, my papers may look a little goofy at times. I'm trying to use up as much as I can per scraps and still get it to match somewhat. And I have so much dark with the green and the red. I didn't want any more dark colors, but I wanted to try to pick up a little bit of, the colors with it. And I was going through my little scraps and I found this and I thought, oh, that'll work good. Now, I may come back and put something in the center. I am not sure what. If anybody has any wonderful ideas, please let me know. I will figure that out. I've got some real little poinsettias I can move. I might put one of those in the middle. I don't know. Anyway, I used a scallop die and a stitch circle, well, actually two of them, for the layers here. Everything is popped up. So the white is popped up, the plaid, the gold, and the little guy. I embossed the gold piece with Swiss dots. It's a very old Cuttlebug embossing folder from Provo Craft or Cricut Craft. Cricut. I think it still says Provo Craft on mine. I cut out some little greenery with some gold and white glitter paper, and that's also what the scallop is. I hope it's picking it up a little bit, but that white scallop is also glitter paper. This poinsettia is a die from Heartfelt Creations. It is the sparkling poinsettia. I don't think this one is available anymore because I tried to get the molding set for it and it wasn't available. They have a newer die. Uh, so, yeah, I don't know, but that's the one I used. I used that a lot. And then I put some yellow mini frills in the middle. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. I also put some White Blizzard, maybe it's called. It's new glitter glitter drops, I'm not sure. Sometimes I put glossy accents on and make it shiny. It's a treat box. I decided I'm just going to go with the glitter and be done with it. Um, I'll give you some information here on the paper piece. I go through it also when I do the paper piece if you stay with that. These little gold pieces, the little bling, that's from Pink Fresh Studios. It is, I've got it right here. I did not put it away yet. It's this metallic pearls in gold. There's the item number if you can see that. These are really nice. I use those a lot. And then the white up here, I just wanted to break it up a little bit, add a little bit more because it just seems so dark. Those are just liquid pearls. So this opens, I did put 2 magnets. I didn't know what to do with these 2 little flaps because there aren't any directions that I'm aware of. So I just put glitter, magnets underneath and then put magnets between here, the red and the green. So it closes like that. And I'll explain what I did to make this bag a little further. This is the back of it. So the bag itself does not come with the layers, and it doesn't come with these gold pieces, okay? And it doesn't come with the layer for this top piece right here, the red that's on there. I did that all in Design Space. Very easy if you just create some additional bags and what do I want to say? I'm trying to think. Just do slice and you can make your layers. Do like an internal offset for the layers and then do some slicing and then you can make your things. If you want to pay, I think the die, I think I looked, it was like $21.99. No big deal, but I just thought, I'm going to look. I do that all the time. I go and look Lori Whitlock, SVG cutting files, I think. I have looked on Dreaming Tree, um, my Scrap Chick, anybody that I can think of that does boxes. I'll look on Silhouette Design Store because they have an amazing amount of, dies, or excuse me, SVG files, and so much cheaper. So that's why I go and, like I said, I buy the SVG files, easier for me to do. And then I just do a lot of designing in Cricut Design Space because I have the time to do that. So anyway, I did put an extra piece on the bottom of cardstock. Excuse me, it's so hard to talk. Oh my goodness. Just for extra stability. But just to open it, this is not going to open very well, like to push back the front because I got so many layers on it. There is quite a bit of room. Let me get you some dimensions here. One moment. It is, oh goodness, I'm blind too. About 3 3/8 inch long this way, okay? And it's about one, I want to say 1 5/8 inch deep. So from this side to this, from here to here. And then the height of it is about 5 inches, roughly, just about 5 inches. So, you can get some little goodies in there. I thought these would be really cute. If you had someone that maybe in a nursing home and, you wanted to gift them some stuff, little, I don't know, hard candies or whatnot, this would be cute to do. Another thing, you could put some little lotions in there, fingernail polish, and a little file, stuff like that. I also thought these would be really fun to make, and I might make a few. I have to check the dimensions though first, but one thing I thought was that people, if you have someone that's maybe not feeling the greatest, you can get those. I get the Lipton cup of soup. they're just individual cups. You just take the soup packet, or it's powdered, it's dry. You just put it in a cup and add hot water. I'm pretty sure those would fit in here. And I don't know if you can get individual packs of crackers, soda crackers. I know of places I can get those. Just something fun. You could do a lot of decorating with that. Hot cocoa packets. You could put some marshmallows in there and some Ghirardelli squares. Just some different ideas. There's lots of things if you do, Happy Meal, fun little package to send. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and share I'm trying to get into some Christmas projects, still doing some fall projects, so I'll be back with some of those yet in Halloween. Uh, got, I've got to get my mini album filmed so I can get that on its way. But anyway, if you have any questions, please do leave a comment. Otherwise, if you're interested, be sure and stick around for the paper piece process, and that will be coming up next. Otherwise, thanks for joining me. Have an awesome day. Take care. Okay. Anyway, when I brought this into Cricut Design Space, this darkest of the greens looked black. Now it may be black. I just chose to do it this darker color. When I was looking at the photo, to me it looked like it was more very dark green. So I just liked it better with this. I find quite often, that Design Space picks up colors differently than I look at them. So this piece up so I can see what I'm doing. I just change colors as I want them then. Now this green of his elf shoes, I'll be honest, I had a struggle. I just didn't have the right green that I wanted. So I'm kind of going by guess and by golly. I'm going to put the red piece on next. And then we'll put those black pieces on. Is it Argyle? Is that what I want to say? Part of his shirt. That's where I had a struggle because they are so small. They cut fine, but I'm going to have to be very careful to get them on. Okay, I'm trying to use up the very last of the glue in here because this bottle is about done for, but I couldn't get the glue out anymore. And I don't want to waste the glue. So, oops, trying to line this up. It wanted to move on me. Give that a minute to dry. I still am struggling trying to work on Christmas projects. I just um, don't know what it is, but okay, I'm gonna have to pick this up a minute. I think I had to think about this a moment. Luckily, I marked the back. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna try to show you this. You see that okay in there? So, this little notch right here goes to the right. So the curved piece, a little bit curved, they'll fit right on the curves right in here. That's what I was trying to get, what went where. And again, tiny, it's hard for me to pick up some. I'm going to do the pet centerpiece first. They stuck together for me when I cut them out. Thank goodness. One wanted to flip, so I had to fix it, but I got it. So I can see what I'm doing here, right? I'm going to pick a side, either side, doesn't matter, and I would suggest doing that. Oops. First. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like I was shouting. But yeah, I would do that. Just that wasn't not near as bad as I thought it would be. Well, I have it out, if I can find it. I have got to get rid of some of this stuff on my desk. It is a disaster area. Can't find stuff anymore. Tells me it's time to get rid of some stuff here. Or put it away, or maybe find a home for it. That'd probably be better. Where to put it? Let's see. I think I'm going to switch glues. That's what's taking me so long. The next thing I'm going to do to make this is put this piece on. I'm not done with this. I've got other plans for it. I just, oops, want to get pieces put together first. I want to be careful that I don't get a lot of glue, so even though it dries clear, it does still leave, what do I want to say, a little bit of a halo or something. It's still like a watermark effect when it dries. So it still leaves a mark that you have glue that you've tried to remove. Then I'm going to put this piece on. This is his little pom-pom on his hat. If you can hear a little bit of a howl on the video, I'm sorry. It is, whoops, this should have went on first. It's very windy, and so it howls sometimes. I don't even hear it anymore. I just am so used to it. But you guys might hear a little bit. The pom-pom goes on first. The top of the hat goes on last. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. I'm going to put, what I like to do is put this between the two pieces of the head, but you have a little bit of a gap, so you know what? Because of that this time, I am doing this, and I don't want to put extra glue dots and stuff to make up the difference for the head. I'm just going to put it on this way. So I'm going to glue these two together. If you haven't noticed, I talk to myself, or I do a lot of thinking out loud when I'm paper piecing, just to figure out how it works best, will look best, and what's easiest to do, all that good stuff. I'm not going to put the head on yet. I want to do the face next. So, oops, let's get the nose. I'm not gluing it down yet, okay? I just want to kind of see where I want the eyes. And it's easiest for me, stay where you put, to, easiest for me to kind of lay that nose in there. And the eyes are going to get centered between these two pieces if I can. My eyes, I did a little different coloring also in Design Space. Again, it looks like I'm gonna wait with the nose, excuse me. It looks like they're a gray color, like a, I don't know. I didn't like that, and I didn't want a true green, so I used, you won't be able to really hardly see it. I used, show you here. This is the color. It's kind of a grayish green. It's kind of weird. I forget what it's called. It's from American Crafts, but anyway, I think it's called Bubbles, if I remember that one correctly. Yeah, it could be. And then I used a lighter color, uh, really pale seafoam. It's the lightest of the odd colors like that. And then I went over it with the turquoise. So it changes the color a lot, and it works for me. That's what I change colors of paper quite often. I just probably don't ever say anything. I am thinking, um, if I decide to, I'll come back and do underneath the eye a little bit. But right now, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna hold off on that a little bit. I think that's all I'm gonna do for eyelashes. I can always add more. I try to get them. I'll never get them completely straight. I'm not. That's just not me. But do the best I can. Now, sorry if I'm getting my hands in the way. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing and also make sure you guys can see. I am not done with his eyes. I have to put the black pan pastels on. Sometimes I do this backwards. I'll be coming back and erasing the pencil marks I put, so if it looks like, if you could, I don't know if you can even see, but I didn't quite get on the bottom eyelash, and that's okay. It really, it'll get fixed. I like to do my weeks first because otherwise sometimes it'll smear with the black pan pastels. I don't like that, so. And I'm giving him a little bit darker cheeks just because he's a little elf. And they just have this, they're very spirited. And so he needs to look like he's been up to something, which no doubt he has. And let's see. I don't want real big whites in here because they're small eyes. Now put this nose on and then come back and do the pan pastels and finish up his face. I'm not patient enough for it to wait for it to dry, but if you wanted to give more of a sparkle to his eyes, and I may do this after I'm done, I will take some pen, excuse me, paintbrush and come back in his eyes and add some clear Spectrum Noir. It just gives them a twinkle, and I think elves need that, so I probably will. sure how much I have on here, so I don't wanna, and I don't want to get a lot on here. This time I just, that's plenty. Come back and fix it a little bit with the eraser. Yeah, I'll come back and fix it, so not to worry. That's what I like. I like pan pastels better than using like a charcoal pencil. I have better luck erasing. So, but I went, let me just do this right away too on his eyelashes and the brows. Oops. I went a little too far with the pan pastels here, so I'll fix that. For some reason I went into his eyelashes. I don't know what I was dreaming about, but I was white of his eyes. Goodness. I will just say the frustration is real with my memory problems. It's getting worse instead of better, but I survive. Okay, now I gotta see. I think I have. Nope. Here's my. I will say I'm thankful my great niece hasn't. She went back to school and hasn't been around much because the few times she would come to my apartment, oh my gosh, she would have to know what everything was for and why do you have so many glue bottles. And oh goodness, she just, a little too young to understand yet what I was using it for. And then I have a great nephew that enjoys art. He's just the opposite. He'll ask, but he's fascinated by everything. Just he loves to color and paint, and he'll make anything. But yeah, he's got to know what everything is used for, and a little bit different. Just a tiny bit difference in age, but it still makes a big difference. Okay, don't have enough on his nose. I also, on bigger pieces, when I put the white on his faces to kind of highlight it, I also use Tim Holtz Distress Ink Picket Fence. I told somebody wrong. I'm sorry about that, Tim. I don't know. Anyway, I use both, but then I often will use a brush to put it on. So I usually do that. You guys don't see it because I do the faces a lot of times first. And I thought in this case, oh no, there it is. I would show you the face too. I'm starting to try to do that more in case you have questions or something. I'm just looking here. It kind of goes down, so just above his eyes. So you really didn't have to put, if you didn't put eyebrows on, good for you. It's not necessary. Okay, then this is going over here, and it's basically covering up his ear. So, and it's going with kind of the curve of the hat a little bit. I just think he's adorable, but what do I know? And then I wrote the ho 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 with the cricket. So just put this down just a tad bit. I wasn't going to put that on, this white piece, then I realized well, it's kind of necessary. And not only that, then I didn't have to put a sentiment on my treat box. So the only thing I'm not happy with is I attached the ho ho ho. I centered it. I used the center feature, not, on the line. But for some reason, I don't know if I moved it again, but it went up higher than I like. So I have to kind of be careful getting his little hands on there. I resized and resized that ho 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 so many times that it's probably something I did, no doubt. Okay, gonna get this closed and just do a little highlighting and then I'll finish up the rest of it. Let's start with this. Just like I said, I have some things I want to do. I just show you that in a little bit, how I finish, you know, putting things together for it and try not to uh, make a mess in the process. Now, I don't have a little pickup tool. I managed to, I don't know, I got to get a different one. I think it was a We Are Memory Keepers. I don't remember the name of it. Oh, I already lost one. Here it is. Let's see what size I'm looking for. I think these aren't going to be too big. And I forget how I picked these up so nicely before, so bear with me here. I got several different sizes. I just got to make sure I have enough of the size I'm looking for. Here's the size I think I wanted. No, what's that size? This is the one thing I should have probably had done. I didn't even think about this part of it. I just remembered to get them out. What can I say? I might be using this size. It may work out okay. This is the size I want. I don't know if I don't have enough or let's just get a bunch more out here. Well, you don't have to sit and watch me do this. And I think I'll just pause the video a minute until I find them, but bear with me. Try to get in there and do that. Okay, rather than make you wait for me to put them on, I put them all on except the last one, and that is because I want to put some glitter on his little pom-pom, and I didn't. I was going to cut this out of glitter cardstock, but sometimes when I'm working with it that small, it doesn't cut the greatest. So what the heck? I'll add glitter now. And I'm trying to be careful because those little gold, that bling, I'm not sure 100% that it's dry. Now I'm going to try to carefully put this last gold dot on, and then I will do the holly berries yet. Wait for my glue here. I think it's cute without the little gold, pieces on too. I don't want to move this. I've got it where I can just drop it on here. I think he's cute without them, but I just like to add those. I don't know. In case you didn't see those, they're from Pink Fresh Metallic Pearls Gold. I don't know if the camera will. Item number P as in Paul, F as in Frank. I think it's a 073. E as in Edward, S as in Sam. Anyway, those I use those quite a bit. I'm gonna have to get some more before too long. Okay, his holly berries there. I'm going to use Rudolph Red and its pops of color from scrapbook.com, where you get that. Just like to get it started off on a separate piece of paper. I was going to use red glitter, and I decided no, I would use this because they actually form. This sets up better than the glitter for me to form the berries, and it's dark enough. I've used the red glitter before from Nouveau Drops, and I like it, but I just find this actually sets up really well. So that is my finished piece. Thanks for bearing with me. If you have any questions, do leave a comment. Otherwise, have an awesome day and take care.